For decades, we've all been told the same thing, right? That the number on the scale is the be-all and end-all of health. But what if we've been focused on the wrong thing entirely? We're going to dive into this because the science is pointing to a brand new star player in the game of longevity, your muscle. It's really not about being skinny, it's about being strong. So, let me ask you, are you still chasing a number on a scale? Or are you chasing a feeling of strength? In this explainer, we're going to break down why shifting your focus from weight to muscle might just be the single most important health decision you can make for a long, vibrant life. So, why is this so important right now? Well, because understanding the role of your muscle is literally the key to unlocking a future where you're not just living longer, but you're living better. I'm talking more active, more independent, and just way more resilient. To really get why muscle is so crucial, we have to start with a kind of hard truth. I want you to think of your muscle mass as a savings account for your health. The problem? For almost all of us, there's a slow, silent withdrawal happening that we don't even notice until it's too late. And this process, it actually has a scientific name, sarcopenia. It sounds like some kind of scary, rare disease, but it's not. It's a universal part of aging. It literally means poverty of flesh. And yeah, it happens to everyone. But the rate at which it happens, well, that's something we can absolutely influence. Just look at this timeline. It really shows you how early this all starts. At age 30, you're already losing muscle mass. Then, by the time you hit 60, that process really starts to speed up. And this isn't just about how you look. No, this is about losing the very tissue that helps you do everything. Climb stairs, open a jar, or just get up out of a chair. So the big question is, how do we fight back? And that's the good news. We totally can fight back. We actually have a blueprint for it. And believe it or not, it all starts not in the gym, but right on your plate. It begins with the building blocks your body desperately needs to create and hold on to strong, healthy muscle. Okay, let's get specific. Your muscles basically have a start button for growth, and that button is a specific amino acid called leucine. The science is pretty clear here. You need about 2.5 grams of it in a single meal to flip that switch and kick off what's called muscle protein synthesis. If you get any less, the signal just doesn't get through. This is exactly why the source of your protein matters so much. To hit that 2.5 gram leucine target, you could have 1 scoop of whey protein for just 120 calories. Easy. But to get that same muscle-building signal from quinoa, you'd have to eat almost 1,000 calorie worth. Now, that doesn't mean you can't build muscle on a plant-based diet. Of course not. It just means you have to be a lot more strategic about it. And this brings us to something that trips up so many people in the supplement aisle: collagen protein. It's fantastic for your skin and joints for sure. But if your goal is building muscle, it's basically missing the main event. It just doesn't have enough leucine. Whey protein, on the other hand, is absolutely packed with it, which makes it a way more effective choice for muscle growth and maintenance. Okay, so we've covered the fuel. Now let's talk about the engine. And here is the best part, I promise. You do not need to become a gym rat. We're talking about finding the minimum effective dose, the least amount of work for the biggest results. The science on this is just crystal clear. The key isn't how long you spend working out. It's about how hard you work during that time. Consistency and intensity. Those are the two things that really truly drive change. So what does that actually look like? Well, it could be just 2 or 3 sessions a week. And get this, for a lot of people, just one hard set of an exercise is enough to get the growth signal. But the real trick, the secret sauce, is that last step, training close to failure. That means that last rep is a real struggle. That's the signal your body needs to adapt and get stronger. And for older adults, 2 sessions a week might be what it takes just to maintain what you've got. And hey, if you need any more convincing, just look at this. It's honestly astonishing. Huge studies have found that your grip strength, which is really just a simple measure of your overall muscle health, is a more powerful predictor of dying from heart disease than your blood pressure. Let that sink in. It's a real-time indicator of your biological age and your resilience. So, we've looked at the problem and we've looked at the solution. Now, let's put it all together into a simple, straightforward action plan that you can start using the moment this is over. Here it is. 4 easy steps. First, figure out your protein goal. Aim for somewhere between 0.8 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of your body weight. Second, and this is so important, spread that protein out. Try to hit that 20 to 30 gram sweet spot at each meal. Third, just start strength training. Don't overthink it. 2 days a week is a fantastic start. And finally, maybe consider talking to your doctor about creatine. It's one of the most studied supplements on the planet, and it's super effective for both muscle and brain health. And before we finish, I have one more muscle superpower for you. Your muscle acts like a giant glucose sponge for all the sugar in your blood. The more muscle you have, the more places that sugar has to go, which helps your body manage carbs and can dramatically reduce your risk for things like type 2 diabetes. It's amazing. So let's stop thinking of exercise as a punishment or just a way to burn calories. Let's start seeing it for what it really is. Every healthy meal, every single challenging workout, it's a direct deposit into that health savings account we talked about at the beginning. It's an investment that is going to pay you back for the rest of your life.